Alright, and we are back with the SpeedSouls Charity Marathon 2020, and we are just about to get ready here with English Ben and Marushko for some Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Take it away, gentlemen.
Hello gamers, what is going on? I am the lovely English Ben here with the lovely Grand Theft Auto Vice City and the lovely world record holder.
It's just me,
You're lovely, buddy.
No,
you know,
it's just Marushka.
Lovely Marushka. You will not, I'm taller than you, you will not fight me on that. Anywho, as you can see by the game, there's a couple of things that we might need to explain if you're not quite familiar with the run. One of them is that we are playing the Japanese version of the game. The simple reason for that is because different glitches are possible on different scripts of the game, and this release just so happens to have the newest script, which is what we're going to be using for this run. There's a bit more technical information, but to keep it nice and concise and you know, as understandable as possible, we'll leave it at that. Also, you'll see that the category is called any % no SSU. If you're wondering what SSU is, it stands for Script Stack Underflow. And what it basically is it's like kind of like the GTA equivalent of a wrong warp, where you basically skip all the way to the last mission right from the start of the game. That's very boring, it's very difficult to do, and it's not very marathon friendly. So this is just the fastest category that doesn't utilize that really annoying glitch. So with that being said, I will start up a game here, and the timer will start pretty much as soon as I click this next button here. So I will count in. Marushka, you ready?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
You're not gonna wish me good luck?
I'll see when I see.
Good luck, man.
Thanks.
But yeah, good luck.
Alright, so the glitches are going to start very quickly. So I'll do my best to, we will do our best to run it through with you. So, first thing we're going to do is immediately hop on this bike. And as Billie Jean plays in the background for us, we will head towards the hotel. And as soon as we exit the hotel, we've got another lady coming through on the Faggio. She is also doing a run, but I'm much faster than she is. See you in Lumbridge, mate. So, as soon as we exit the hotel, we're not going to go to the lawyer's office like the game actually wants us to. Instead, we're going to do something a little different. Marushko, you want to help me out here?
Well, he is going to get on his bike and drive to a rampage, which is like a little skull icon on the everywhere in the world. And he is going to save a replay over it, which replay he can access anywhere he wants. aka he can start the rampage anywhere he wants. So now he's gonna death warp, and so he can like cancel the rampage and go to the ambulance.
Yep.
And with that, he is gonna start the ambulance mission, which is like paramedic, and the rampage at the same time.
There's a 1 in 10 chance it'll be locked. It's not locked. Fantastic.
No.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that's like the only RNG part of the setup.
Pretty much, yeah.
Is the ambulance.
Yeah,
which you can still like continue.
Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to play the rampage back from the replay, and then we're going to start paramedic at the same time. Then we're going to cancel paramedic, and then we're going to have what we call an on mission 0 rampage. What this essentially means is there's like 2 different states in the game. On mission 0, which is the free roam mode. During the free roam mode, you can take phone calls, you can, you know, start other missions and whatever else. And then on mission 1 is where you're actually on a mission, so you can't start other missions because you're like busy, you know? It's like busy mode versus free roam mode. But what we have done is we have actually gone on mission 1 with a rampage and the ambulance mission at the same time. Then we've cancelled the ambulance mission, which has then set us to be in free roam mode even though we have a rampage running. And that allows us to start other missions while we have like other missions technically running. So you see it all gets a little bit complicated, but basically the idea is that you need to remember is that this is a kind of long-winded setup to then start 2 missions at the same time, or 2 instances of the same mission at the same time. So if you're familiar with this game, the 3rd mission that we do, it's called Jury Fury. And in Jury Fury, you have to destroy 2 jurors' cars to like intimidate them. That guy's flipping. Oh god. That'll be me later when I'm driving. You know, we all know I'm not very good at driving in this game. So yeah, so we're going to complete the 1st mission, 2nd mission with all this rampage stuff running. And then we're going to start 2 instances of Jury Fury at the same time. And what that's going to do is it's going to spawn 2 sets of cars. The cars are going to like land on top of each other and flip over, which will cause them to like deal damage to themselves. And then that'll allow us to like basically complete the mission as soon as we start it. So it's super quick. So I need to make sure that I start this next mission, which is Back Alley Brawl, before the Rampage timer ends. So then the Rampage will expire during this mission. And then we'll go back into free roam mode. When the Rampage timer runs out, you'll be able to see that there will be like icons on the map, which will show you what we can do. So you'll see that like the big L is now on the map. That's not a signal that I'm losing. I'm actually winning, you know, because I'm a winner. But what it actually means is that we can go ahead and start the lawyer's mission again if we wanted to. But we're not going to, because it doesn't give us any benefit. Not until later anyway. So we have to go and pay a visit to a chef on Ocean Drive. Not a problem. Usually you would have like your first little fist fight here. But we're going to quickly grab a shotgun on the way there. The shotgun is very useful. We'll be using it for a mission later on. And we are also just going to make an absolute example out of this chef. So we're going to pull up and just run him over instantly. I'm going to grab his phone. The phone is going to be useful later for taking phone calls. You'll see a lot of that later on. And then we're going to restart the rampage again here in order to set up for the next mission. And then we're just going to go ahead and complete the rest of this mission as normal. So pick up Lance. There'll be some very groovy music on Fever 105. And the beat goes on.
Switch to Flash FM.
Flash FM? You got it.
Yeah.
Where is it? Here we go.
Everyone loves that.
Ah. You take my self-control. Big tune.
Why are you so offbeat?
Because I was just singing it as like, you know, even though I didn't hear what she was saying. I was just singing the bit that I remember. You take my self-control. I talked with Marushko before the start of this run, and I said that, you know, I asked if he'd be down to sing with me for if some donations, you know, came through, you know, singing and raising money. Then we said we'd agree, so if anyone wants to donate for that, I will definitely oblige. So, we actually have control in this cutscene, because earlier on when I went to the hotel, I skipped a cutscene by being super fast. And that was those two cutscenes playing on top of each other, which then essentially gives me control, because like the first cutscene ends because it's really short. So then as soon as the cutscene ends, it re-gives Tommy control, so we can move in that cutscene. And then we need to take our first phone call of the game. So phone calls in this game are a little different compared to the GTA games. Like in GTA 3, it's just a pager system, so it doesn't matter. But then in Vice City, they changed it to actual phone calls, and they're not skippable. So in San Andreas, they're skippable, but they're not in this game, unfortunately. So there's a couple of things that we can do to be able to, like, you know, optimize the phone calls, but ultimately we still have to listen to them. Like, if you cancel them in any way, it will just come back again. So we're going to hop in this marker at exactly as it turns to 3 seconds. I'm going to mash the cutscene. So we've started one instance of Jury Fury, then the rampage runs out, and you'll see Tommy's walking back in. That's 2 instances of Jury Fury. You'll see there's 2 cars now as well, where there's usually only 1. And we will hop on the bike, and if all goes well, the mission will just pass. And there we go. Mission completed. So that was what that entire setup was for. Was just to instantly complete the mission as soon as we start it. Mission passed. And then the next mission is Riot, where you have to blow up a bunch of different vans in the compound. Usually you have to like grab an outfit and then cause a riot to actually get into the compound to then drive the vans and like blow them up some other way. But thankfully for us, we have that extremely useful shotgun that we picked up earlier. And the shotgun just absolutely tears through vehicles, as you'll see in a second.
So you don't actually need to switch clothes. You can just start the riot.
Yeah, even in casual playthroughs, you don't actually have to grab the clothes. So we're going to blow up those barrels for this one, then we're going to get the shotgun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, done. Then we're going to quickly death warp, because we need to go we need to go to Colonel Cortez for the first time. And the closest place that we can like quickly death warp to is the hospital, so we're right here.
It's not the first time, it's the second time.
Oh yeah, I guess because you go during the party. Yeah, good point. So I was originally right the first time, then I corrected myself. So this is a quick thing called sliding. Essentially what it is it's like a weird animation thing. All that you need to know is that like I'm changing directions and then playing a replay. And this allows me to like travel much faster while on phone calls. You'll see that quite a few times in the run. So it just allows us to grab this pistol and get to the bike while we're taking the phone call. So this is what I was talking about with, like, we still have to take the phone calls, but we're going to make sure that we, like, optimize what we do as we take them as quickly as possible. So.
Can't wait to laugh at your aim.
I mean, yeah, my hands are freezing, honestly. I'm actually quite nervous for this, so. So I will definitely goof it. What do you mean? Because it's faster and I'm used to it. You know, when
because
normal
Anti said it's faster.
Yeah, exactly. And
if I said it's faster, you wouldn't take it.
I mean, I would have you muted anyway, so it wouldn't make a difference.
Oh my god.
Anywho, right. So you'll notice that we're not actually going to where the game is telling us to go. We're actually going to make another replay right here. And this is where a Kruger, which is an assault rifle, is going to spawn later on. Let me just line up for this really quick. Yeah, I pulled away by accident.
I almost...
There we go. Right, here we go. Get out of the exit, nice and easy. And yeah, so now we'll go ahead and go to the intentional part of the mission. So Marushka, why do we make the replay over the Kruger while I try and concentrate and not fall off my bike?
Well, it's because in 2 missions we can
come on, officer.
play that replay and warp to the Kruger.
No! Oh god.
My god. You're so
I didn't see him. I didn't
so
even think
lucky.
I got a wanted level. I didn't realize. I thought it just like didn't give me a star. Anyway, sorry, continue.
Yeah, I already said it.
All right, yeah.
2 missions.
Yeah, so you can pick up like pretty much any icon. So we're gonna use it to pick up the gun, which then starts the cutscene of where we are. Look at that, flawless aim.
Okay.
Absolutely unreal. So we have a 2-star wanted level. The game wants us to go ahead to the pain spray, which is on like the other side of the map from where we actually need to go. But what we're going to do is we're going to grab a cop bribe there. So we have 2 stars. The cop bribe takes us down to 1. And then as long as we don't commit any crimes, the 1 star will go away on its own. So what we can do is we can be super optimal, and we can just head back towards the next mission while this mission like slowly completes itself. Because as soon as the wanted level disappears, mission passed. And now we're basically already all the way back to the boat. So as you can see, even though these missions are technically tutorials, like there is a much faster way of completing most of them, just by thinking outside the box a little bit. So, right, more shootout is next. We'll cancel that phone call. Don't need to take it just yet. So we're going to use the pistol again here. You can use the chainsaw. It's kind of preference, like it's... One is slightly faster than the other, I've been told, but it seems to be, like, debatable. But I personally like the pistol, and it's nice as, like, a backup as well. So we need to steal some, like, guidance chips or something from... Oh, we're, like, setting up a meeting to get it, and then the meeting gets ambushed by, like, the French, like, SWAT team. So we need to quickly skip the cutscene, immediately use a fall cancel here, which I'll explain in a second. And then before this guy gets on the bike and starts a chase scene, we just immediately kill him. And then take the chips immediately.
You are so safe.
Oh yeah, it's a marathon. What do you expect?
Just chainsaw him, man.
Yeah, just chainsaw him, man. You're here to commentate, not backseat, buddy. You should have submitted.
Just saying, even practice.
Yeah, check this tree. Bail
one
off,
CTC and 1 barbell before
Bang.
this.
Look at that. Perfect bail off on the tree. Look at me go. But yeah, so the way I'll quickly explain. We're gonna play the replay here that we made earlier for the Kruger, and it immediately takes us and we teleport right to where we need to go. But yes, the reason the fall cancels work is if you like walk off a ledge and then tap your jump key again, it actually consoles the usual animation of like Tommy rolling, so we can catch up to that guy nice and easily. So, now we're going to make the most broken replay in the game, in my opinion. Marushko, why is this replay so broken?
It has a lot of features. Basically, every time you switch clothes, there's a little fade that happens, and that fade resets, like, it resets zombie's position, so if you fall off your bike, you can play a close replay and it'll get you back up immediately. That little fade also acts as a fade between cutscenes, so you can move in cutscenes if you play a close replay at the right time. What else? You can set cars off fire if
Yeah,
you
you
play
can
close
stop them
replay.
from burning and blowing up. So you basically have like infinite vehicle health as well.
Yeah, and there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with close replays.
Yeah.
He's gonna show them off one by
Yeah.
one.
I'm actually dropping frames in game because of the Discord stream, so you know, you're welcome. So
How are you dropping?
I don't know,
less than
but like
30
it must
frames?
it must be because of the fucking
Yeah, it
actual
must
thing
be.
going on. Yeah.
I stream on Discord like 50 times a day. Shut the fuck.
Alright, so this is pretty much like an auto-scroller, but we are going to optimize it a little bit. Going to get rid of the pistol because I don't need it anymore. And you can kill these guys as long as you kill them once the enemies spawn. And we're going to pick up a nice amount of Uzi ammo as well. Because we're going to need... we don't need a lot of it, but we need a fair amount of machine gun ammo for the rest of the run. And this pretty much sets us up the whole time.
There's also a strat, which he didn't do, but
Yeah.
you can take the grenades at the police station. It's a bit risky because you can fail the mission, but
Yeah, it's like 3
It
minutes
saves-
if you mess it up, and it only saves
Yeah.
like 10 seconds or so, maybe less. So I don't feel like it's worth doing in a marathon, just in case I mess it up. Especially because my hands are freezing, and I don't trust myself.
it's hard to fail. But
It's hard to fail, but
We'll give you that,
I
we'll
know
give
that
you that.
if I did it, I would fail it. Like, yeah. So now we're gonna do like the most... We're gonna show off why replays are so broken here, the close replays. So, what I did though is as soon as I'm about to enter the cutscene after killing the last guy, I actually play the close replay, which then gives me control in this cutscene. So instead of chasing this guy as I'm supposed to do, I can kill him in the cutscene and immediately take the briefcase and take it back to Diaz. And then we're going to play another close replay, and we're going to move in this cutscene. And with an audio cue, I'm going to hop in the bike and just immediately drive away. Like, while we're still talking to Diaz, we can just leave instantly. So that has like a million time saves. Like, the dialogue is faster, there's less waiting around, you're closer to your destination. Like, there's just 100 reasons why that is really fast to do. And then we're gonna do another nice little visually appealing trick. If we head at this at the right angle and hop off, we just teleport right through the gate. So the reason that works is because if you fall out of bounds in this game, the game has like certain checkpoints, like safe zones where it places you. And it just so happens that we can clip outside of the gate right there, and it teleports us onto the safe spot on Starfish Island. So it's really convenient because that phone call that we just took, usually you wouldn't be able to actually access Starfish Island until that phone call is finished. But we're able to like basically clip through the gate and then take the phone call that unlocks Starfish Island while on the Starfish Island. So yeah, super awesome stuff. So if you saw me mashing close replays there just while I was waiting for the call, that's a really simple strat. If you play close replays like and buffer them into a mission fade, then it shortens the phase. So it's just a really minor optimization there.
the buffering happens because the close replays won't trigger until the phone call ends.
Yes, exactly.
So he like buffers 3 of them.
Yeah, I usually do 4. For some reason, 3 doesn't work for me. Even though I remember you mentioning that if you like stand still, 3 should work, but it's never worked for me. But it's fine. It's really not a big deal.
Yeah.
So this strat is pretty tricky. So I'm gonna make sure I hopefully nail it, and then I'll explain it just in case. But essentially what we're gonna do is we're gonna steal this guy's car from him and drive him to his destination instead of chasing him like intended. Okay, that should be good. Yeah, perfect. So, essentially how that worked was we got to the trigger where the chase starts before the guy who you're supposed to chase actually gets there. And then we use a close replay to gain control, and we steal his car in the cutscene. And then we do a setup that kills the driver, and then also makes it so we basically like overwrite this guy when he's getting into the actual vehicle. So that allows us to drive him to his destination, whereas usually you would have to follow them like all the way around the north side of the island, and then slowly wait until they get to the destination. And then we're just going to chuck ourselves into the water. This is exactly the same as the gate zip. This car is too heavy because it's like a mission vehicle. It has a heavy property. It goes all the way through the actual kill box for the water. And then we teleport on the other side of the blockade for the island at one of the designated safe points. Oh, I didn't quite hold F quick enough there. Cheeky just bail out the car and throw it away. Goodbye, car. Don't need you anymore. But yeah, so there's a lot of tricks going on there. And now we're going to grab our trusty VCN helicopter. Helicopters are like one of the fastest ways to get around in this game. It wasn't until San Andreas where they implemented planes, so we'll have to use helicopters for now. The idea is that we're going to hopefully keep this until around 40 minutes into the run. That's the plan. There's a lot of ways to accidentally make it despawn, because you can only have like 2 vehicles of Tommy's ownership on the map at once before it disappears. So we're gonna have to do a couple of like a couple of nifty things to make sure that it stays in the game's memory. But as these missions involve, because we've just unlocked the second island, or we're about to rather, these missions involve a lot of traveling from one island to the other. So we're going to make use of the helicopter to go back and forth. So you saw there, I just took a phone call and then immediately aimed with a rifle. And what that does is it allows me to sprint while I'm taking the phone calls. Whereas usually you'd only be able to like run or slide. So I can sprint and I can shoot and everything like that while taking phone calls, which allows me to get here in time, which is nice. So next up is Phnom Penh. This is also pretty much an auto-scroller. But we're going to do one very important thing, which is also very broken. So as you can see my gun here, I shoot at like maybe 2 bullets per second, right? But this gun is really overpowered. Like, it blows vehicles up instantly. Like, look at that. Like, that boat just got absolutely annihilated. But it's quite slow. But if we play a close replay and then right-click to exit turret mode, I now fire at 1 bullet per frame, so 30 bullets per second. So now we can just absolutely massacre anything. Like, these boats just get goodbye, goodbye. Like, the helicopters that come past, goodbye. Like, we can just massacre everything with this.
It doesn't have a very long range, though.
Yeah, the range kind of sucks, but thankfully, I mean, like, you're intended to use this gun, so the mission is pretty good at keeping you in the right place. So we're just going to lay absolute waste to these guys. We're going to also blow up these barrels for safety, because otherwise they can get shot through the wall later on and kill you. And then we're just going to basically spawn kill these guys, like as soon as they come into view. And yeah, you can see Tommy's having a great old time. So as the car, instantly destroy it. Take these guys out, these guys. There's also a set of guys on the basketball court. These can not appear depending on where Lance is on like his rotation. So it's very important to kill them while they're in view, because otherwise you can't hit them. Because like like the game unloads them and brings them back in when they get closer. And I'm gonna try and do a thing here where I'm gonna kill Lance, hopefully by killing these guys nice and early. The timing is pretty important, so I'll shut up again here for a second.
You do.
Okay.
You do this, but not the grenades. Like, you're so questionable.
I mean, this is like, like I'm very.
I wouldn't do this in a run.
Really?
In a marathon run. Yeah, I would do the grenades, but not this.
All right. So what we did is we shot Lance, who is our best friend, to get out of the helicopter nice and early. If I mistimed that, I would softlock, but I have saved, so it's not a big deal. If I do, but yeah, like as soon as he starts talking, you shoot him, and the helicopter comes down instantly, rather than like having to wait for Lance to, you know, lower us down slowly. We can just kill him, and as long as we get to the final checkpoint of the mission before Lance like blows the helicopter up because he flips it when it lands, then we can finish the mission and he'll magically respawn and pick us up again. So, if you're ever wondering about watching a Vice City run, and you're ever looking at these glitches and you're like, these are a little too complex for me, this is the perfect mission for you. Because what we're going to do is we're going to do a super easy glitch here, and it basically trivializes the entire mission. So what you would usually need to do is you need to steal a boat for Diaz, right? And you would usually need to go in, fight a bunch of different guys, and then hit a lever to drop it down and then go into it. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to skip this cutscene, go here, and press F. And I'm in the boat, just like that. You clip through the fence and just immediately get into the boat, and you skip that entire section. The reason that works is because there's no actual enter animation to get into a boat. You just teleport into it once you're close enough. So, yeah, exactly. Just press F. It's so simple. So, because we are close enough to the boat, all we do is we just teleport immediately inside. And then the game thinks that we've, you know, got control of the boat. So, congratulations. You just get in the boat and you can drive off. It's nice and easy. Just press F.
Well, while you're pressing F, I have a quick $3 donation from Stardog saying, great speedrun for a great cause, Eben and Marushko to sing. Hell yeah.
Oh, I killed the driver there. Thank you very much, Stardog. We'll see what comes on the radio next, and I'll do a little homage to you, my friend. Thank you.
Make sure I know the lyrics.
I mean, I don't know what you know the lyrics to.
Yeah, let's see.
All right. So,
I know most of them.
yeah, I know like bits and pieces of most of the songs, so we should be alright. So this mission is pretty simple, which is ideal for singing. The second half is a complete auto-scroller, and this is just a simple race. All the other boats go different routes, but if they just took a look at the map for 1 second, they would realize that driving all the way north is the quickest way to go. So all we do is we just take the most optimal route, and then we win the race. Like, it's really simple. So let's have a look what's on the radio. That one's a bit too high for my octave range, I think. Oh, you want to do Call Me?
I don't know the lyrics. Hold on, I'll
I
pull
mean,
them up.
you know Call Me, right? Those are part of the lyrics.
Yeah, okay, but
You're not going to Google them, are you?
I just did. Which verse are we in?
So this is technically a bit slower, but we can do the same thing here as we did in Phnom Penh. And as you can see, we can just absolutely destroy these boats. So, come on, Marushko. Call me.
Call me.
No time to hesitate. We must communicate. Yeah, call me.
Call me.
Call me. Won't you call this number now? I nailed that. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Googling the lyrics just to then not be able to read them anyway.
Yeah, it's because I have a dark mode, but it looks really
yes. Yeah.
It's one of those really bad dark modes.
Unlucky, man. Unlucky.
That's beautiful. Don't forget,
Thank
guys,
you.
that you can get 2 in 1 by supporting charity and getting these beautiful gentlemen to sing you songs.
No need to read between the lines.
Fade away,
Inside
radiate.
out, there will be no doubt. I want Katter and no one else. Something, 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 something.
I might have the wrong
Call
lyrics.
me. Wait, did you Google the wrong song?
I don't see Call Me anywhere.
What? That's the
Is it
name of the
Call Me?
song.
It's by Blondie, right?
No, this is what?
Okay, my bad.
Oh my god, you're actually trolling.
Whose song is this?
I don't remember who sings this. I don't know. It's been too long. Anyway, so we used, again, a close replay to gain control in that cutscene. And we hopped into the helicopter while we're talking to Lance. Even though we killed him earlier, he's nice. He forgives us. And so we're going to use the helicopter now. This mission is super epic. Googled Call Me Maybe instead. Yeah, maybe you did. I wouldn't even mind singing that. That's a tune.
That
I
song
didn't
is
do
so
the phone
good,
call
though.
skip. I forgot. That's unironically a good song.
I love Carly Rae Jepsen so much.
I wish
In
she was
case she's
commentating.
watching.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carly Rae Jepsen, if you're listening to this, please donate so we can sing your song.
And please block us afterwards. on PTA.
Alright, so what we're going to quickly do is we're going to make a little detour here. We're going to make a replay over the Cherry Poppers Ice Cream Factory. So what does making a replay over an asset do, Marushko?
They are useless right now.
Yes.
Because you can't buy assets yet. But after a few missions, you can basically buy it through the replay, and then it will teleport you there
Yeah. And what
with
else?
whatever vehicle you are. What else?
What else?
You mean what else? I don't think-
Money.
Oh yeah. You don't spend money when you buy it through the replay. That's the biggest one. I completely forgot about that.
So
Because
this,
money is tight.
yeah, this money is very tight because we're going to use a glitch later on to like skip the entire second half of the game. So what used to be done in runs is people would grind a thing called Cone Crazy in order to get enough money to buy all the assets. But we're going to thankfully use a glitch, which, as Marushko described, like allows us to buy assets without needing to pay for them. But the issue is that we still need to have the amount of money that we would pay in order to buy them regardless. So, as we were describing that, we just absolutely demolished the entire North American army there. They need to, hopefully now, you know, they can invest more in their army at some point. I don't know how good
it
they
already
are.
happened 40 years ago.
Yeah. So we're going to take a quick phone call here. And while we do that, this phone call's super long, so we've got some time. And I'm going to do a thing called glitching cars. How does this work, Marushka?
So you shoot the car, and as the passenger gets out, you play a replay, which gets them stuck in the animation, kind of getting out. And that will forever keep them in the game's memory, so that the more cars you have in the memory, obviously, the less they're going to be on the streets, because there is no place in the memory for them.
Exactly. Like, this game is super old, so it can only load so many vehicles at the same time. So as you saw, I was like super safe there, and I took a bit of time loss just to get an extra glitched car. So I have 4 or 5 now, I think. So 99% of the time, the game will not spawn any traffic on the streets, because of those 5 cars being constantly loaded because of the glitch that Marushko mentioned. We're going to have basically a free road to drive on, which is really nice. Like, being able to drive at super fast speeds without having to worry about the randomness of, like, you know, people pulling in front of you and angry drivers crashing into you and stuff is really nice. So as you can see, like, we pull up here and the road is completely empty. There's nobody here. So this mission coming up...
Not gonna mention that.
Yeah, no one saw that. So this mission coming up, admittedly, when I played this game as a kid, this is the one that I never got past. So it's quite notorious. You have to go and save Lance from a scrapyard. And you have to drive in, usually kill a bunch of guys, and then once you save Lance, you then have to get him to a hospital with a bunch of guys in really fast cars coming after you. And it's usually quite difficult. But because we have our trusty VCN helicopter that we got from earlier, we're going to simply fly in right to the end of the compound where Lance is being held. Then we're gonna kill a couple of guys that are nearby. We're gonna save Lance and immediately run to the helicopter and fly away before any of the people actually are able to stop us. Essentially, we're just being way too fast for the game. So we're gonna pull in here. So there's a couple of guys shooting at us, no problem. We'll bring out our trusty M60, which is the one from Phnom Penh, and you can just one-tap all these guys. We'll chainsaw this guy, save Lance. And as soon as we finish, a bunch of guys will come after us, but we can just simply fly away. Nice and easy.
Take out that prick Diaz before he takes us out. You okay to use a gun?
Sure, I guess. Nice to see you too.
Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here, indeed. So, when Lance is following us, it's very important that we hold sprint. Up until this point, we've been tapping it on like a rhythm. Because if you tap sprint, then you can sprint for much longer. The intention is that you're supposed to just hold it, and then you can run for about 9 seconds before you get tired. But you can sprint almost infinitely if you just tap it at the right rhythm. But it's very important that we hold sprint whenever we're like escorting somebody who's following us, because then they sprint along with us, so we always make sure that they're with us. So as you can see, we just pull up to the hospital. It'll say that pink text there is saying that like there's some guys after you, be careful, but we're already done with the mission, so no problem. And now we're going to deliberately hop out and in of the helicopter again, and that is to make sure that it still remains to be Tommy's vehicle. So, as I mentioned before, Tommy can only have 2 vehicles in the game at any one time. And as soon as you get into a third one, it will despawn the first one. And that's another issue with the game's like lack of memory. So another way that the game like despawns stuff and is able to keep, you know, a nice amount of memory available is if you use something for a mission or the game spawns something for a mission. I cut off. Hello?
He's dead, guys.
Yeah, he's dead. Well, I'm gonna use this opportunity to read.
Wait, can you not hear me?
So first, I have $3.20 from Luke Ray, who says, "I'll join Stardog's bandwagon." So hopefully, when Ben's microphone works again, they can do some singing.
My
However,
microphone
I also
is
have
working.
$3 from Red, saying this goes towards the Never Sing Again incentive.
Oh, the stream
So,
can hear me. Okay,
yeah,
I'm
there's
gonna
a little
reconnect
billboard
on Discord.
there.
Give me
Then
a
I have
second.
20 Bible Thumb. And then I have $25 from Pseudo saying 5-minute head start, please, Kata. I'm gonna do my best, but no promises.
Can you hear
With
me?
all of these
Hello?
donations, yes, you are back.
Okay, perfect.
Sorry, I'll
I
just
guess
finish
Discord
up.
just kicked me off. Yeah, because they could hear me
Yeah.
through the stream. Yeah, carry on. Sorry,
Yeah.
we're back.
Okay, no problem. I just want to say thank you so much for letting me host during this amazing marathon again. I got some stuff to do, so I'll be switching out with the lovely Wolfie. Thank you guys once again. Good luck on the run, Ben, and enjoy the singing. Take
Thank you,
care.
Kata. Thank you.
Greetings, Ben. I bet you think you thought you were safe from me.
Hello, Wolfie. Perfect. So yeah, I guess Discord issues, but we're back now. So I was gonna mention about how to keep the helicopter, but we're doing something very, you know, much more important here. We're gonna just walk through the side of the door, and we're just gonna clip all the way through, instantly kill Diaz through the wall, and then run to the end trigger the mission. Usually you have to go all the way around the back and fight a bunch of guys, but for some odd reason, the same part of the door right there, you can just clip right on through and just go all the way to the end of the mission. So, anyway, as we fly back towards the mall, I'll go through again, and because I'm not sure exactly where you guys got cut off, but I'm pretty sure you would have heard me on the stream, so I'll continue as though, you know, as though everyone heard me before we got interrupted. So, as I was saying, if the game spawns anything for a mission, or if you use a certain vehicle for a mission, the game will be set to despawn it because it'll turn it into a mission vehicle. And then if you leave it for too long, it will despawn. So during Death Row when we saved Lance, we used that helicopter for the mission to save Lance. So if I didn't re-enter it, it would have despawned. But because I re-entered it, it became Tommy's personal vehicle again. And then I'm able to use it again for this mission. So this mission is one of the only random parts of the run. This run is super good for beginners because there's almost no luck involved. But this is one of the exceptions. So you have to destroy a bunch of windows, and we're going to use the SMG for it. The first bullet can never break the window, but as you can see, it's actually random. You know, every bullet after the first one has, I think, a 20% chance to destroy the window. So sometimes you can be here for a long time. Sometimes they will blow up instantly. It's just the way it is. One of the only luck portions of this. And then because I didn't grab the grenades earlier, as Marushko talked about, I'm going to quickly make a little pit stop at ammunition, and I'm going to grab some stuff for safety since it's a marathon run. I'm going to buy some armor to top up my health, some grenades, and some extra sniper rifle ammo for later on. These grenades can be used to quickly destroy the windows up top with a well-placed throw. You can throw one up here, and up here, and you can see it'll blow them up from far away. Then we'll use the M4 because it has a nice amount of range on it. And as you see, these windows have been a little tricky. These ones were much better. And then as soon as this mission completes, the Cherry Poppers icon replay actually comes in handy. So what I did was I bought the asset within the replay. It cost me absolutely no money. And it's going to teleport me out of the mall with my Infernus immediately back to Cherry Poppers, which is... It's good for many reasons. So, is that we're right next to the mission where we need to start. Whoops, I hit a wall there. It's tricky to drive in the void, but it'll be fixed in a second, don't worry about it. The second one is that we need to buy that asset for a glitch later on anyway, so we, you know, get it now while we're here. And 3 is that if you take a quick listen, you can still hear the mall music playing. The reason for that is because the game thinks because we never walked out of the actual mall doors, it thinks that we're still in the mall. Now that is going to be very useful for a glitch later on, because there's going to be a glitch later on where if we're caught in the mall without a cop uniform, then we will get an instant 5-star wanted level. And during that same mission, as soon as we start the mission, we need to get a wanted level. So, because we teleported out of the mall, we actually get that instant wanted level, and we can just continue on with the mission instead of having to go and kill cops and stuff like that to get the police after us. The slight issue is that 5-star wanted level is one below the army coming after us. So we're going to have like the FBI, the police, the CIA, everyone on our tail during that mission. So it's very Monka-esque. So I'll let you know when that is, so you can all, you know, get on the edge of your seats and hold your breath. But for now, we've got one more mission to do. This mission is very simple. All we need to do is we just need to kill these guys. Because they're not paying protection money or they're not guarding enough, and we want to be the big guys in town now. And then there's a little chokeable snipe here. Hopefully I don't choke it, but we're going to place this Infernus in a specific place. Okay, my game is lagging a lot because of Discord. This is going to be very fun.
Not.
It is, I'm telling you, like, it's lagging on my end. Like, I'm dropping frames in-game.
Streaming.
It is because of streaming, because I never drop frames otherwise. Like, my PC isn't doing anything else.
Streaming on Discord, it
Yeah,
cut
but
off
just
when you cut off.
Yeah, exactly. Of course it did.
Yeah, so it's not dropping frames.
Yeah, but it can still be Discord giving me issues, because I've had it before. Anyway.
Yo, my bad, honestly.
So, we deliberately stood in a certain position there, and as soon as the guys spawned, or just before they spawned, I crouched, because then it doesn't take control away from me. If I weren't to crouch, then Tommy would like run by himself away from the position that we need to be. And then we go ahead and we just snipe those guys to prevent a chase from happening. I'm going to park my bike in a very specific place. I'm going to take a phone call again. Then I'm going to make a quick little pit stop, and I'm going to make a save replay here. So this allows us to teleport later on to the save icon. And that will be later for a quick little warp later on. But for now, as you'll see, as soon as we start this mission, I'm going to instantly gain 5 stars. So let's hope this goes well. We have to get to a certain garage. Lance is completely stuck. Awesome. I was holding sprint the entire time, but he's stuck in the wall.
Oh my.
Very nice.
Play replay.
I'll be fine.
Usually when you get stuck like running into the wall, replay fixes him.
That's fair. Alright, so as you can see, yeah, Lance also can be a big problem here. Gonna escort him with all this going on. So we're gonna avoid the spike strips and the roadblocks that come through, while also trying to be as fast as possible. As soon as we get to the garage, then the wanted level goes away, thankfully, but this drive is one of the scariest in the game. Because the game has such low render distance that they can spawn roadblocks, like, right in front of you before you can even, like, even think about, you know, dodging them. So we're in. So we're all good. You can all release your breath now, you know. Exhale. So, we've stolen some cop uniforms. We don't need Lance for this section, and he just is just an annoyance. I'm gonna move away from Raining Blood. Not because I don't like the song, but because it's pretty loud compared to the rest. So yeah, we just completely ditched Lance for this, because we don't need him. All we need to do is plant a bomb inside this place. These guys are aggressive towards us because we started the mission with 5 stars. So I need to kill them. Place the bike nice and far out of the way so it doesn't get stuck. Plant the bomb. Off we go. And then we get 5 stars again. But thankfully, because we left our trusty helicopter here from before and it hasn't despawned, we can just go ahead and leave with the helicopter, fly over all the police, and head back. So, Marushko, we're going into endgame. It's quite a lengthy process to explain Cherry Popper's insta-passing, so if you want to start now, we might just have enough time to get it in.
So, basically, if you remember at the start of the run, when we started the rampage with the mission, this is essentially what we're gonna do right now, but it's for a different reason. when we start the next mission with the rampage, we want to finish it on mission 0 so that there's a phone call that rings. And that phone call, we're going to hold it throughout to the next mission. And when we start the next mission, which is like hit the courier, which is like one mission from now, it's, I don't know like the technical explanation, but when you start hit the courier and you enter the ice cream van at the Cherry Poppers, it insta-passes the distribution mission. So we can do that 5 times, and it's going to count as if we've insta-passed it 5 times, obviously. But when you insta-pass it, you also pass the asset. So 5 times means we pass it we pass the asset 5 times, and it's like
Dory,
oh my god, it's actually so much.
It's hard, yeah. So,
Yeah.
in order to unlock the last 2 missions in the game, you need to complete the Printworks asset, which we're going to do now, the Vassetti Estate, which we just completed by doing Copland, and then 5 other assets of your choice. But the game only tracks it by having a counter. And every single time we complete any asset, the counter is going to increase by 1. But what we can do is we can use a glitch to instantly pass an asset, and we can do that as many times as we like. So we're going to do that to insta-pass Cherry Poppers 5 times. It'll add 5 to the counter, and then that's going to allow us to unlock the final set of missions while only doing 1 asset, whereas you're supposed to do 5. So I made a quickly safety save there, and then I used the save marker to set up an on mission 0 rampage. It's exactly the same as at the start of the game. Instead of using paramedic, we just use the save marker, but it's exactly the same idea. And then I made a replay over the save marker, because we're going to want to teleport back there later on. So this mission is just doing it as normal. And then we just need to make sure that we get to a certain point of the mission before the rampage ends, which is pretty simple. It's not too hard. And then we're going to be what we call on mission 0, spilling the beans. So we're going to be on the spilling the beans mission, but we're going to be in free roam mode. And then this is going to allow us to chain a phone call into the next mission. And phone calls are very useful for insta-passing, because phone calls obviously come in once every 20 seconds. And they flip whether you're on free roam mode or mission mode, because when your phone is ringing or when you're on a phone call, you're in mission mode. You're no longer in free roam mode. So we can use that phone call to flip on and off mission mode, and that's what allows us to insta-pass the Cherry Poppers asset. So usually, in order to complete the Cherry Poppers asset, you have to sell 50 ice creams to different people. But as Marushko said, there's a glitch where on the Japanese version, or specific other versions, but Japanese version, because that's the one we're playing, all we need to do is start the mission while having hit the courier running, and we will be able to complete the mission instantly. So this is a nice little jump found by the Joshimus. If you just hold SD, sprint, and then jump, you can just launch yourself right off the boat. There's infinitely spawning guys on that boat that will come and kill you. So very important that we get off the boat as soon as possible. And then we need to get rid of our wanted level for our phone to start ringing, which is what we need for the glitch. And your phone only rings if you don't have a wanted level. So we need to get rid of our wanted level. Thankfully, there is 2 bribe stars right here. Excuse me, sir. So we clear our wanted level, then we teleport back using the save icon. And now we're going to go ahead and finish Spilling the Beans mission with our phone ringing, which usually shouldn't be possible. And we're going to hit the courier with our phone ringing, which also shouldn't be possible. Now, I'm going to want you to count with me, chat. So every single time we restart hit the courier, that's going to be an extra 1. And we need to count to 5, okay? I'm not very good at counting, so you've got to help me. So we hop in the van.
First grade.
Yeah. We hop in the van, we teleport back, and as you'll see, the fade will happen, and that is the mission completed. And then we start the mission again, and we repeat this 5 times. So that is 1. I'll also chainsaw off the door. I forgot to do it this time. This is just a minor optimization. Where is it? Here it is. That's my chainsaw. I almost threw a grenade at the thing there. That would have been bad. I did that in my practice run, actually. Just launched a grenade at the Cherry Poppers there. So that's 2. So we need to do this 5 times. And then after we've done 5, we need to actually complete the Hit the Courier mission to gain the Printworks asset. And then that is everything we need to do to unlock the last 2 missions in the game. So this is 3.
It's so crazy how it lines up perfectly with everything in this run.
Yeah, exactly. There's a bunch of things like this in this run where it just so happens that certain events trigger at certain times, and it allows the run to happen. Like, there is a bug later on where a certain set of people in a cutscene get stuck, and if that didn't happen, like that super weird bug, this run wouldn't be possible. That's 4.
And they only get stuck on that asset, nowhere else.
Yeah, exactly. So it's super lucky that this run works at all. And then this is the final one. So 5, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the phone call. Sunny's going to be not very happy with us. And then this is in order to get an on mission 0 state during Hit the Courier like we had before, but we're going to use it for a different reason. So in this game, whenever you're on a phone call, a state is triggered that nobody who would usually be like aggressive towards you is aggressive. So the people that you would usually have to fight on this mission aren't going to attack me. And that allows me to do a nice amount of stuff. So we have a couple of phone calls that we need to take, but the phone call dialogue is quite long. Luckily, if another piece of dialogue plays over the phone call dialogue, it will prioritize that line of dialogue. So we can keep spamming short dialogue over and over again in order to like skip through the phone call dialogue. So I'm gonna take this phone call, and every single time we see a new line, I'm gonna stand here, and this woman is gonna tell me that I'm not welcome. But every single time she tells me this, it's actually overwriting the phone call dialogue. So you see every line that comes up, it's just skipping them.
You're not welcome. Private business, 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 you're not welcome.
And that is that phone call dealt with. Just like that. Nice and easy. That's usually a really long phone call.
Somebody said that Sonny is mad because he called us 5 times and we didn't pick up.
Yeah, exactly. So then this mission is basically on a timer, so that's why we take these phone calls at this time. Another phone call is going to come in that we need to take from Lance. And as you can see, these women don't shoot us anymore. So then we go ahead and we steal the chips that we need to do. You can see they have shotguns, sniper rifles, everything, but they don't bother us. And then a couple more dialogue skips. One more. Then we're going to set up our save replay to teleport back again to the Printworks.
You scared of the rain?
I am on CTC snipe, yeah.
You can remove it.
No.
It saves.
It's fine.
What, really? You're gonna man through it?
Yeah, of course I am. I'm not going to save over and over again.
Didn't expect this from you.
I'll just go 1 pixel to the right because they slide, and if I don't get it, it's whatever. We'll see. So yeah, this is arguably the hardest trick in the game coming up. It doesn't save that much time or lose that much time if you fail it, and it's even more difficult in the rain. So I'm gonna select the sniper rifle, and in this game, sniper bullets go through walls. So this mission, you have to kill all the collectors coming up. These guys in the cutscene are a set of collectors, and they're gonna stop at this asset. And with a very tricky lineup, I can hopefully shoot these guys through the wall and kill them. I'm not sure if that will work, but we'll see. Didn't like it. It's a bad layout anyway. I'll go with that one.
You only have 60 shots.
Yeah. Let's say,
just use the normal. Yeah.
There we go. Very nice. Yeah, 1 to the right didn't work, but we got it. That's all that matters. So we killed those guys through the wall, all the way at the other side of the map. So, it's not easy to do that. Very difficult. And then these snipes are also extremely chokeable. But we use the M4 for these ones. There you go, there's one, and then the last set coming up as well. So, we're coming up towards the end. The last mission is very simple. It's pretty much on rails. There's just 2 mini boss fights, but they're all very easy. Look at that, instantly killed those guys. See you in Lumbridge. And then we are coming up to the final mission. So, it's probably been pretty difficult to keep up with the lore, because we skipped most of the game. But basically, we're going to teleport back towards the mansion, and Sonny, who is the guy yelling at us, is not very happy that we have been running the, the Tommy Vercetti Empire without him. So he is going to come and try and stop us, and we're going to stop him from stopping us. But there is a key twist at the end of the game, in that Lance actually betrays you. So, usually, this would be like a very Scarface-esque stand at the top of the stairs and shoot everyone that's coming after you. But if you don't move your camera, then no guys spawn. So...
That's boring.
Yeah, true, it's boring. Alright, I'm going to move my camera. Yeah? Alright,
Yeah.
You got it. So, usually you would cheese this, but let's do it. So, let's do it intentionally, because, yeah, it's much more fun. So, Lance spawns exactly 60 seconds after the mission starts. Then we have to kill Lance. 60 seconds after that, Sonny will spawn, and when we kill Sonny and lose control, that's when time ends. So, Wolfie, if you have anything else to add, now would be the perfect time. You've only got about a minute or two.
Well, do you want me to tell you about how handsome you are? Oh, sorry. Yes, something else.
I got
yeah,
if you want to, yeah.
Oh, okay, then you're incredibly handsome. But just to remind you guys that we actually have a relay race, all souls born and all bosses coming up after this run. We also have a quick donation from Bufu2K for $19. And thank you so much for your donation. It's greatly appreciated. We're edging closer. We are $10 away from 8,000, which is insane.
That is mad.
That's awesome and fantastic. And thank you so much for your support. Guys.
I'm good, don't worry. I'm a gamer. I'm fine. Yeah, thank you, Bufu.
Gamers don't die, they respawn.
Exactly. Don't you worry about me.
Am I right, fellas?
Am I right, gamers? Yeah, so as you see, we just punched Lance, stun locked him, and then just chainsawed him. Made an absolute mockery out of him. And then we're going to use our very trusty M60 assault rifle to make an absolute mockery out of the final boss as well. So time's coming up in a few seconds. Gun him down instantly. And time. It's 56:35 on my end, which is pretty much the same as my other practice run. Nice.
Hard stuck.
Hard stuck 56. Unlucky.
GG.
GG, Ben.
Yeah. So that is GTA Vice City for you. As Wolfie said, got a big Dark Souls relay coming up, but before that, I would just like to thank everyone for coming here and supporting the cause. It's awesome that we've raised so much money. Do remember though, if you are going to donate big or anything like that, please put yourselves first. We are still in, you know, a pandemic crisis going on, so all the donations are absolutely awesome, but do remember to put yourselves first. Wash your hands, you know, stay clean and all that kind of good stuff. If you're interested in running this game or any other Grand Theft Auto series, we have a GTA Discord. You can find everything on the speedrun.com page. And I also have tutorials for most of the main titles. The GTA community gets a bad rep. It's very toxic, but trust me, as a very non-toxic individual, I can assure you that we're all very nice, aren't we, Marushka?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Before you go, Ben, before
Yes.
you go, we actually have 2 donations I'm going to read very quickly.
Go nuts.
One, $10 from Morale, saying, great run so far, Ben, and this should put us to at 8k clean. Thank you to everyone, especially Ben, for the incredible effort and time and put into the SpeedSouls Charity Marathon this year. Great stuff. Because yeah, if you guys weren't aware, English Ben is basically our head tech for SpeedSouls Charity Marathon, so he deserves all the love in the world and praise. As much as I probably do bully him when not in public and in public, he does awesome work. So like, thanks for everything you do, Ben. I also just want to say we have thank you very much. We have a $10 donation from Hans, the big boss man of SpeedSouls, saying, let's start the relay with 8k. So that actually puts us to $8,010. Thank you, guys.
Awesome stuff. Thank you. But yes, so if you're interested in learning this game, there's plenty of resources out there and plenty of runners who can help you. I love speedrunning GTA. It's awesome. I mean, even our host here, Wolfie, has dipped his toes into GTA speedrunning before, so that can be you very soon.
Wait, don't talk about that.
But yeah, so we'll get towards the relay for the big finale.
Goodbye, everyone.